Hello, everyone. This is Femi Akujenu here, John Maxwell Certified Executive Coach. In today's video, I have titled today's video, Are Your Decisions Based on Reality or on Promises and Potentials? Are the decisions that you're making concerning your life, are they based on reality or are they based on promises? Promises that people have made to you, or are they based on potentials? Now, I want us to dissect this because really in life, the decisions we make sometimes are a combination of all those three things. Some realities, some potentials, some promises. Now, I want to help you to kind of know how to bring all those three things together. Where promises are okay, where potentials are okay, and where they are not. Because guess what? If you don't know how to juggle these things and find a good balance between all three, you'll find yourself having to regret a lot of the decisions that you've made in life. So, are your decisions based on reality? Are they based on promises? Or are they based on potentials? Well, let's define some things. A reality is a reality, right? It's what is current. It's what's happening now. It's what is true right now that you see now. That's reality. So, are you making decisions based on what you see right now? Or are you making decisions based on a promise? Sometimes some people will promise you something. What is a promise? A promise is somebody assuring you that they're going to do something. They're going to give something. Or maybe they're going to arrange something, right? So they have assured you that this is what I will do for you. Now, question, the decisions that you're making right now, are they based on a promise? Now, I remember a lady who told me that a pastor that she served under promised her some things. And so she left one country, went to another country based on that promise. And for her to be disappointed because those things that were promised to her never materialized. They never were given to her. Now, some of you listening to me right now, you can think of somebody who promised you something, and what they promised you, they never delivered on it. Now, my question is this. In your life right now, when you make decisions, are they based on reality or are they based on promises? Now, there's a way we can combine those two things together, and I'll get there momentarily. Now, but let's look at potentials. What about potentials? Potentials are possibilities, right? They are latent abilities in someone that can be developed. It's not yet developed, it can be developed, right? So sometimes some people make decisions based on potentials. So they're looking at this person and they see that they have some latent abilities that can be developed. And so they make a decision based on another person having potentials, right? Now, so you are seeing three things here. Reality is what's on ground right now. Reality is what's happening right now. Promise is what somebody else promised you. Potential is oftentimes what you see in someone else. Sometimes you can connect with that potential assumptions that, well, they have a latent ability and they will develop their own latent ability. Well, guess what? When it comes to potentials, since you see a potential in someone else, and this potential, remember, is not developed yet, it needs to be developed, and it's an assumption that they will develop their potential. Now, so if you make a decision based on potential that you don't control, they control, how are you sure that they will develop that latent ability that they have within them? And so if you make a decision based on that, you may be making wrong decisions. If you make decisions based on promises, you also may be making wrong decisions. But the truth of the matter is that in life, there are some decisions, that we make based on a promise. And there are also some decisions that we make based on a potential. So how do we then juggle all these three things together? Now let's look at some scenarios here. Now think about you. You want to do business with someone, right? And what you need to be thinking about is this. instead of just going by the promise they are giving you or making to you, or the latent ability that you see in this maybe potential business partner, right? Or someone that you're going to do some level of business with. Instead of going by just the latent ability, the potential that they have, that it is up to them whether they will develop it or not. Instead of you making decisions solely on that promise or on potential, there are some things you need to begin to ask, right? This person that I want to do business with, maybe I want to bring them on board as a business partner with me so that we can run a business together. The question is, what's their current track record? Can I tell you this? That in your decision making in life, when it has to do with other people, either they are promising you something or you see a potential in them, you need to be asking, what is their current track record? That is very important. It could be with money. If you're going to be making money together, then you need to be asking yourself, what is the track record of this person when it comes to money? Do they pay back if, for example, loans are given to them? Do they pay back, right? If, well, both of you make money together, is there a possibility that they will steal from you? What is their current track record with money? How about integrity? Are they people of integrity? What about honesty? Are they honest people? Now, remember this. You're making decisions. Okay, should I do business with this person? Should I go into business with this person? Should I rely on this person? You know, I remember talking to someone, outside of the United States who told me about, some goods, right? Some of the products that she creates, and then she takes them somewhere. And they're supposed to help her sell those products and then give her, her money, right? While they keep their own profit. But the problem is that she will give them this product, they will make the money, and then now she has to be fighting them to get her money. Now, you want to be a supplier of a particular product. Maybe you want to work with a company or you want to work with an individual. You need to be asking yourself, what is their track record? Is there a way I can find out their track record? Isn't that why in today's world, people go on Google, right? They want to see the reviews of this person I'm doing business with. What are the reviews? If you check the reviews, and the young people, they are experts at this, right? They go and check the review of a company they want to do business with. And if they see that, oh, wow, the reviews are bad, they make the decision right there that, no, I'm not going to do the business with this company because I looked and I checked their review and their reviews are very, very bad. Sometimes you look at the reviews and the reviews are great. People are saying, wow, excellent product, excellent customer service, and other stuff like that. And they are saying, wow, I want to do business with this person because I'm checking their track record. Very important. So you're checking their track record, you're checking their integrity, you're checking how honest they are. What about their customer service abilities, right? Maybe you want to go into business with someone who's going to chase customers away, someone who have a bad attitude. Now, you look at them and you think, well, you are intelligent, why don't we go into business together? But you didn't ask yourself these questions. You didn't check out their customer service abilities. You didn't check out how they relate with other people. And if your business is a business that deals with people, guess what? This potential business partner will be the one that's going to ruin your business because you didn't do the necessary check that you need to check. Sometimes you are making a decision based on potential. You see a latent ability that they have not developed yet. You say, wow, they have potentials. That's great that they have potentials. But guess what? Remember this. Potentials, you are not the one to develop it for them. They are the ones who have to make up their mind to develop it. So even in that potential that they may have, you need to find out, what are they doing about their potential? Are they currently working on their potential? Are they currently trying to do something, right, to change their or to develop themselves, right? Very, very, very important. Remember this. The mindset that we have is what we live out. The mindset that we currently have is what we live out. And so if we're not working on our mindset, then we're going to remain the same. So now you're looking at a potential business partner. The question is, what are they doing about their mindset? Are they satisfied with where they are? Do they think they are fine? Do they think there's no need to ever change? But here you are. You want to do business with them. You may regret it. You may really regret it. Now, what am I saying to you? I'm saying to you that if you're going to do business with someone, do business based on reality. Not that, well, they are promising you heaven and earth. Have you ever met people like that? They promise you this, they promise you that, they promise you heaven and earth, and then you join forces with them for you to regret it. Because guess what? A promise is not a guarantee that they even though they are quote unquote assuring you, but there's no guarantee that what they are promising you, they're going to actually do. Right? So if you're making, especially, real serious decisions based on a promise and you are not checking the basis of the promise. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a place for promises, right? People would promise us some things sometimes. But before you buy into a promise, check the track record. Check the track record. Now, in America, if you ever want to get money from a bank, guess what? You cannot just go to the bank and promise them and say, bank, please give me some money. I just want to promise you. I'm just promising you right now. I'm going to be paying that money every month. The bank don't believe you. They don't believe your promises. You know what the bank does? They say, show me your credit report. Show me your credit report. Because your credit report will show how you have been managing your finances. Have you been paying your credit cards on time? Have you been paying your bills on time? How have you been doing with money? So if they check your credit report and it's clean, you have a good credit score, that means that you are reliable. That's why they can go ahead and let you, at the car shop, they can let you drive out a brand new car, 2023, without even putting down a dime. Why? Because they see an excellent credit report. They say, wow, we can trust this person because their promises is worth it based on their current track record. We make mistakes all the time. We are listening to somebody promising us this, promising, and sometimes some people, when they are promising you, they will also add God's name to it. I promise you, believe me, in the name of God. I promise you, in the name of God. Forget about God that they are adding to it. Look at their track record. If they say, oh yes, I can tell you this, in the name of God and all that stuff, don't worry, I'm going to pay you back your money. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Please don't listen to all of that. Look at their track record. What is the track record like right now? What about the money they borrowed before? Maybe even from you, right? Or from others around them. Have they paid back? Do your research before you get yourself into a big mess. I've heard about people, they'll take a loan for another person. I don't understand that. Why are you taking a loan for another person? Anyway, they do, right? They take a loan for another person, and the person refuses to pay. And now, because you have taken the loan in your own name for another person, now the bank is after you, and then depending on which country you are watching me from, in some of the countries, that some of you are watching me from, oh my God, they will come and harass you, they come and embarrass you, they call all your friends and embarrass you, and all that kind of stuff. Wow. All because somebody tells you, they call you early in the morning, they call you sounding very desperate, they call you crying on the phone, and they say, please, I need a loan, I need 2 million, I need a loan, right? I need this, I need that, I need a loan, please take it for me, take it for me. Hello, don't be moved by all that. Check their track record, look at their lifestyle. Does their lifestyle show someone that you can actually take a loan for? How have they been? I mean, preferably don't take a loan for them, but if you feel like you have to do that, but check their track record. If their track record is not right, then don't do it. So simple. Don't go and get yourself in problems. I've spoken to a few people that have gotten themselves into that kind of mess, right? The person that begged you, now is cursing you out. And that's people. Cursing you out, saying what? Well, I mean, they just have to wait. They just have to whatever. And they're not even trying to pay back this money, right? Not at all. But here you are. You are being embarrassed. You are in big problems. You are having to pay back what you took for somebody else because you didn't check their track record, right? Again, are your decisions based on promises that people make unto you, Or are you looking at the reality? Reality is the current track record. Reality is the current mindset, right? Reality, very, very important. Now, I also mentioned potentials. When it comes to potentials, right? You look at somebody and you say, this person looks like they have potential. Now, and that may be true. They may actually have latent abilities. Good. But the question is, will they work on their latent abilities? Will they work on their own potential? Do they even want to work on it? I know you see it. I know you say that, wow, this person is a potential millionaire. This person is a potential husband. This person is a potential wife. This person is a potential this, that. But the question is, the person that you see potential in, are they willing to develop their own potential? Many times you go and make a decision based on another person's potential, and then you have to regret. Because you now make these assumptions that the potential you see, that they see it. That the potential that you see, that they are willing to work on it, that they will work on it. And unfortunately, they refuse to work on it. And then you find yourself regretting that you made decisions based on a potential of another person. You don't get to control another person. Just imagine in the area of relationships. I told us about business. Now let me talk to you about relationship. You see this person. They are lazy. This person, they are angry. This person, they are jealous, controlling, very possessive, right? And you say to yourself that in spite of all this serious stuff, they have potential. You talk to yourself and you say, they have potential. And then you say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and marry them. So you go ahead and marry them with this character flaw because in your head, they have potential. They have the potential to become great in life. They have the potential to do this, to do that, to do that. You are going by a potential that you don't have control over. Now, if you are the one with the potential and you want to develop your own potential, then you can count on you. But you cannot count on another person developing their own potential, even though they may truly have a potential, but they are the one to develop it. And so you making an assumption that they're going to develop the potential, and then you go and make a very serious decision based on another potential is a wrong way of doing things, right? So you think, well, they're going to become like this, they're going to become like that, and you're expecting that, they're going to change. You're expecting that they're going to develop themselves. You're expecting that they're going to do this and do that and do that. Why are you expecting what they did not even agree that they will do? And not only what they will agree to, but also what they start doing. Remember, reality versus potential. Stop making decisions based on just potential. Make a decision based on reality. The reality is that this person is lazy. They are lazy. Now, you may say, but they have a great degree. They're a computer scientist. They're an engineer. They're a medical doctor. They have a great degree. No doubt about that. And so, if they will stop being lazy, they can accomplish much. But you don't get to decide whether they will stop being lazy or not. So now you are going ahead with a relationship with this lazy person who will not use their potential to become great in life, and then now begin to regret. Say, oh my God, why did I do this? Why did I do this? And I saw that they were lazy. I saw they have potential. And I saw that they're lazy. But you made an assumption that they will want to change from being lazy. Stop making decisions based on potential, so to speak. Make a decision based on reality. Now, if you chose that you want to be with a lazy man or a lazy woman, at least you know what you're getting into. That, hey, I know they are lazy and it doesn't bother me. And if they never work, if they never bring any income to help in the house, I'm capable enough. Let them be lazy all they want. That's fine with me. At least you know what you're getting into. But don't go into something thinking, well, they're just kind of lazy right now. Tomorrow they won't be lazy again. When we get married, they won't be lazy again. Or let me use anger. This is an angry man. Always upset. Quick-tempered. You see how they even treat other people. Ready to slap people. And then you tell yourself that, oh, they have potential. They have potential. By the time we get married, don't worry, they will not be angry again. Guess what? Their anger is about to be double up when you get married. So what I'm saying to you is this. You make decisions based on reality. You know that they're an angry person right now. You know that they're very jealous. They're very controlling. They're very possessive. You know what you are getting into right now. So face reality. Make decisions based on reality. Not based on a promise somebody made to you. Especially if you have not checked the track record. Now, do we make promises sometimes? Yes. It's part of life. However, no matter who promised you anything, don't believe their promises without looking at their track record. You know, it's funny how, especially young people, some man come your way and say, I'll give you heaven and earth. I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this. They promise you all kinds of stuff. I just want to say to you, please don't marry him without you seeing the track record of what he's promising you that is living it now. Don't go based on a promise. Go based on reality. Reality is what you are doing now. If you are not doing it now, I don't want to believe a promise, right? Don't go based on just a promise. You know, I was having a conversation with someone, and the person said, oh, you know, I think I can be with this person. And if I'm with them, right, we're going to be praying together. We're going to be praying together. So I said to them, if you are not praying together now, you will not pray together later. So don't make decisions based on what you hope for, what you think they will do later. No, if they want to do that, they will be doing it now. So if they want to be praying for you, if they are into prayer, they will be chasing you down with prayer. So if they are not into prayer, don't put it in your head that just because they go to church, yes, I'll marry them because they'll be praying for me. Well, if they are not praying for you now, they will not pray for you later. So what I'm saying to you is this. Stop making decisions based on just promises and assumptions that you have not checked the track record. So guess what? The potentials and the promises that you are basing your decisions on, they must be based on current actions and trends. Now, if you've ever watched in the news and they're making projections, they may be making projections about a company. They may be making projections about the finances, maybe even in a country. Do you know that those projections that they are making, they are based on something? So if they say, oh, we see Microsoft is going to make $1 billion in 2024. Do you know why they say that? Because they see what Microsoft is doing now. They see that Microsoft has acquired a new company. They see Microsoft is pumping certain amount of money into advertising. They see that Microsoft is actually really doing some stuff that will automatically generate this level of money. And they're going by track record. They saw that, okay, 2 years ago, this is how much they put in, and this is what they got in return. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So they can safely project what will happen next year. Question, on what basis are you projecting stuff on people? You say, well, I believe you will be a good husband. Based on what? Your own assumptions? Or based on the track record? Track record. What he's doing now, right? She's going to be a great wife. Based on what? Well, she promised me. Please, stop going by a promise. Go by what's being done now. If it's not being done now, forget about what they're promising you. Now you say, but somebody promised somebody, and they actually fulfilled their promise. So you're going to go by 1 or 2% of people who actually kept their promise without any basis. So it's amazing how some of us, we base our decisions on bad statistics. Oh, by the way, for those of us, people of faith, we can be worst sometimes. We neglect statistics, and we go in the name of faith. And we say, I just believe. I know this man is horrible right now. I just believe that by the time we get married, he's going to be a great man. Well, guess what? Since you want to talk about faith, why don't you believe now that you'll become a great man now? Why don't you pray and believe God that he will be a great man now? That he will start being a great man now before you go and marry him. So you are looking at all these flaws, you are looking at all these problems, and then you are having this thing in your head that, well, there's potential. Now, the reality is this. You don't get to determine whether this person will develop themselves or not. And sometimes after you've made a serious decision, and then you now find out that, oh my God, the person I thought they will change or they will develop their potential or they will do some things, they never do it. So now you begin to regret, right? So potentials and promises, they must be based on reality. Are you hearing me? Potentials and promises must still be based on reality. Don't let anybody promise you something that you don't see a kind of reality that's not based on reality, based on what they are doing now. So if somebody has been taking care of you, they've been buying this, they've been buying this. So if they now promise one bigger thing, you know that, well, guess what? They've been buying this, they've been buying this, they've been buying this. Do you know that in the Bible, the man by the name of David, his faith to destroy Goliath was based on the reality of what God has been doing in his life. So he himself, with God's help, he was able to tear apart the lion. He was able to tear apart the bear, right? With his bare hands. And so he knew that, you know what? God who could help me to have done this, guess what? He'll help me to do another one. Question, even your faith, what is it based on? What is it based on? Is it just all assumptions? Sometimes people call assumptions faith, and it's not faith, right? So be very careful that your decisions are not just made on baseless promises, baseless potentials without considering reality. The reality is this, that potentials and promises must be based on realities. You say, oh, I know, you will take care of me. You will take care of me. Is he taking care of you now? Oh, I believe he's going to do this. He's going to do that. Is he doing it now? Is he doing at least, a small portion of it now? So where are you coming up with that? So some of these are assumptions that we are making, and then we're going to find out when reality really hits that, oh my God, I made a mistake. So I want to encourage you, as you're making your decisions, make sure that you consider right now reality, right? Yes, people will promise you things. When you now look at reality, then you can safely say, I don't believe your promise because there's no reality to it right now. Or, well, I believe your promise because you're already doing things that shows to me that you will keep your promise because you're already keeping your promises. Well, I see potential in you, and I see what you are already doing to develop the potential. So I can safely decide based on the potential because I know what you are currently doing to develop this potential. Somebody else has a potential. They're doing nothing to develop their own potential. Please don't go by what they say. Or don't go by, well, usually with potential, they are not the ones saying it. You are the one saying it for them, right? Stop saying things for people who are not doing anything to develop their potential right now. I hope that what I've shared with you will guide you in your decision making. When you're dealing with people in general, whether for business, whether for relationship, even it could be a tenant you want to, have in your house, right? Somebody is promising you. That's why even right now in the US, you want to rent an apartment, they want to check your credit score. They want to see a number of things because people want to be sure that who they are bringing into their house is really who they say they are, right? They're not just going to say, okay, well, you promised to pay. We're just going to believe you like that. No. They want to check it out and be sure that this person is reliable before they bring them in as a tenant. I mean, we can go on and on and on and on, but I hope that what I've shared will help you. Don't forget, promises are baseless or useless if they don't have a base on reality of people keeping their promises in some kind of way right now. Potentials that you are looking at, they are baseless. If the people that you believe have potential are doing nothing about their own potential, don't make serious decisions based on that. Look at reality. I pray that God will help you in all your decisions that you want to make. But it's not just God alone. It's also you looking at realities, right? And also making proper decisions based on it. All right? It's been a great time sharing with you. Don't forget to go to my website, femiakojeno.com. I have several events coming up. Check it out. Seminars in the U.S. Those of you in Nigeria, I'm also going to be having some seminars there. So check out my website, femiakojeno.com. Don't forget, if you're watching me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And, of course, like this video and share. And if you are on Facebook, please go ahead as well and share and also like my Facebook page. I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope that you'll make better decisions based on reality and not just promises and potential. Thank you.